In the early 90s, there was this book that came out named A Simple Plan. Not the band A Simple Plan, but the book A Simple Plan is actually one of my favorite books ever. When it was made into a film in 1998, I thought that the book is better, of course, don't get me wrong, but the movie isn't that far behind it. The thing that's so insane about the book is how much mayhem and carnage there is in it. The movie, which was directed by Sam Raimi, is it's toned down. The level of violence is toned down, and for good reason too. I understand, but the amount of violence in the film that's tuned down. They kind of make up for it by having more heart and soul in each of its characters. So the movie's about this accountant in a small Minnesota town named Hank, who's played wonderfully by Bill Paxton. He has an older brother named Jacob, who's Billy Bob Thornton, and Jacob is kind of dim-witted. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. And one day, they're out with Jacob's friend named Lou, who's played by Brent Briscoe, and they almost get into an accident on the road. Jacob's dog wanders into the woods, and they find a plane, a wreckage of a plane. Inside the plane, they find a big duffel bag, and inside that big duffel bag is a shade under $4.5 million in cash. Hank is the only smart one out of the trio, and he wants to take it to the police. But Jacob and Lou, being the dumb ones, and they barely have any money themselves as it is, they want to keep it for themselves. They talk Hank into it because when are they ever going to get that much amount of money ever again? If they split that $4.5 million up, that's still going to be enough money for each of them to retire off of. They have good reasons to keep the money and move away and live off that money for the rest of their lives. Hank is married to Bridget Fonda, and she's expecting, very close to having a baby, and he doesn't mind his accounting work, but he'd rather just have the money himself. Jacob is, as I said, he's not the brightest bulb he's not the brightest bulb, but he wants to buy his old family's farm back. Like recapture the childhood that he never had. And Lou is, he's unemployed, he's an alcoholic, his wife makes really good money, and he has all these debts. He really wants some of it. He wants a lot of that money. But because Hank is the only smart one out of the trio, he decides to hold on to it just for the time being. And, there's the plane wreckage. Why not hold on to it for a little bit just until any sort of investigations happen? Because, it's the winter time. Just wait, and if there's no big investigation that happens by the time the snow clears out, then sure, split the money up, move away, have it be that. But there's trust issues, there's loyalty issues, and because of all the trust and loyalty issues, Hank really, and also he's being pushed by his wife to do some stuff. Hank wonders, how should I silence things? How should I, So, yeah, the movie's central themes are really good, and the performances by Paxton and Billy Bob Thornton, they're tremendous. Billy Bob Thornton was nominated for an Oscar for this, which is great. I thought Bill Paxton also should have been nominated, but you know, what's done is done. Bridget Fonda's good, and so is Brent Briscoe. And yeah, because the movie doesn't have quite as much mayhem as the book, I thought that if the movie would have incorporated more of the violence in the book, maybe that would have added more shock value to the film, and by adding more shock value, maybe that would have made the movie better as a whole. Maybe not, but whatever. I still liked what we ended up getting. It's all about money buying happiness and loyalty and all that kind of stuff. And the way that the movie handles it, it's tremendous. I love it. So I'm going to give A Simple Plan from 1998 3.5 stars out of 4. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you again next time.